Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to look at a team that I saw on Twitter. Someone named Scalines posted a tweet claiming that they reached legend with this and climbed 500 points in the last 4 days. So I thought, why not give it a try? I still had sets left and I was a little bit bored, so I did some battles. First thought was, this team is very weak to ground. All 3 Pokemon lose to ground. 2 of them do resisted damage against it with the fast move. So Gastrodon, you're just gonna lose. But I found out Quagsire, especially Quagsire in the lead, is actually pretty good. I think Quagsire is a favorable lead in the way that your backline is usually winning against their backline, and you can invest shields into the Blaziken. They're gonna stay in and you're not gonna be able to counter them down. That said, Blaziken, we're running with counter, Blaze Kick and Wave Bird, Mastodon, normal moveset, Smackdown, Flamethrower and Stone Edge. And for the Tentacruel, we're running Scald, as well as Sludge Wave. I think there's not really a reason to run Acid Spray, especially if it's like your safe swap. People rarely shield in those scenarios because they probably resist the move or take neutral only. So that is a nice surprise. And Poison Jab obviously as the fast move. This is going to be a longer video. We're gonna have 10 battles instead of only 5. I sped up the video a little bit more, so tell me how you like it. We are leading our Blaziken into an Araquanid. We're doing resisted damage each other with the fast move, but I do neutral damage with the Blaze Kick and they do super effective with the Bubble Beam. I don't want them to Bubble Beam me again, so I'm switching out right there, baiting out a potential answer for this. They Bubble Beam me and in comes an Alolan Sandslash. We're gonna go for the Scald. We are debuffed, but I feel like Sandslash is so squishy, and then Shadow on top of it. It's still gonna be in double Scald Rage. Opponent goes for the Bulldoze kinda immediately. I don't think they even overfarmed a single bit. And that is gonna be some juicy farm for my Blaziken. Opponent really should have overfarmed there. In comes the tanky Pokemon, the tanky version of Tentacruel. It is Toxapex. I'm from the Brave Bird. We get a shield and then I save my Blaziken because I know there's the Araquanid in the back and the Araquanid will be able to debuff my Mastodon. And by saving my Blaziken with a few HP, I'm going to be able to clear the debuff eventually. So we have to throw our first Stone Edge. They're only going to throw Brine, so might as well shield right away. Maybe we're going to show them that we're going to win and they quit out first. And then I don't throw my second move, or my second Stone Edge. Instead we switch out, we clear the debuff, and now Stone Edge does full damage again, as well as our Smackdowns. Opponent shields, and we get to yet another Stone Edge. It's not enough to take it out, but the next Smackdown is G to the G. Next up we have Marowak. This is a Pokemon that I've not really seen too much. I'm gonna go into the Tentacruel, hope to maybe lure the ground type, but getting Shadowboned, and then in comes the Cordeli. And Cordeli is also a Pokemon where running Sludge Wave really helps because it does quite some more damage than the Scald. And as you're gonna see right here, if you land the Sludge Wave, you're gonna be able to double shield, wind switch, and fully farm them down. I'm gonna grab a shield in the process right here. Don't want to go down both shields before getting at least one of theirs. And yeah, now we grab the shield. We're gonna go for the Scald. This is probably gonna get the opponent's last shield. It is. They are farming up, throwing the move right before I get to my next Scald. Well done. Then we go into Mastodon. Mastodon can take a hit, does super effective damage, and the opponent quits out. Maybe they had like a Sandslash in the back. Definitely something that was weak to our backline. Next up we do have a Blaziken Mirror. We both go for the Blaze Kick. Blaziken kinda squishy, so we both end up throwing the resisted move. We both end up shielding. Right here, I'm going into my Tentacool. And once again, we see a Credilli. I am no shielding their first move. Once again, we do throw the Sludge Wave. Same story, same scenario as the game before. And in this case, I actually only need to shield once. The camera going out there. There we go again. In comes their Blaziken again. We grab a shield and they throw the Blaze Kick. We counter them down and they have an Alolan Marek in the back, which is really taking a lot of damage, and if that wasn't enough, then this Blaze Kick is surely melting it. GG. So yeah, before this video happened, I already recorded like 15 minutes of commentary, and then realized I had my mic muted. So yeah, mic muted, slight incident right there. So we once again had the mirror match. My opponent didn't throw right away. I tried to be cheeky and catch the Blaze Kick this time on my Tentacool. Opponent farms up, they threw the Blaze Kick. I respected the Brave Bird, and then they go into their own Tentacool. They go for the Acid Spray. Maybe they are aware that that is going to be enough together with a Scald. And it costs a little bit less energy. And right here, I'm barely not able to reach the move. We're going to our Bastiodon. I don't want to use my last shield, and I know they would get to a Scald against my Blaziken. In comes Credilli. Shadow Credilli, in fact. We both throw the move on a CMP tie right here. Well, you have to. It's always both throwing the move if it's a CMP tie. They end up shielding and they switch into their Blaziken. I switch as well, and then we just counter them down. Opponent does have Bullet Seed as a fast move, and it being resisted as well as not really a hard-hitting move, it doesn't really threaten my Blaziken. They are able to reach the Grass Knot though. That takes me out, but I am only 3 away from the Stone Edge and they need 4 for the next Grass Knot. So that's gonna be game. I should have probably not switched out to my Blaziken and instead just stayed in with my Bastiodon against their switch. Ludicolo in the lead, opponent brings in Araquanid. I'm immediately switching into my Bastiodon. This is an amazing matchup for Bastiodon. Araquanid really gets walled. It has the resisted Bug Bite as well as Bug Buzz. Bubble Beam is super effective. However, it is not a hard-hitting move. Bastiodon is tanky, Araquanid is kinda tanky as well. So as you can see, it doesn't really do a lot of damage. I'm just gonna no-shield all the way. We're gonna be able to farm it down. And right here, my switch log is up again. Therefore, I immediately switch out. I don't want them to farm me down while I'm like triple debuffed from Bubble Beam. Opponent brings in a Lantern, and once again we go for the Sludge Wave. They do not expect it and no shield it. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm running Sludge Wave over Acid Spray. We go into the Bastiodon. Opponent was 3 moves away from the Surf, so we can throw a Smackdown and then the charge move to maximize energy right there. And yeah, right here, I'm just no shielding. I'm gonna go into my Blaziken and they have no chance. We still have both shields left. Usually you are not ending up using too many shields against Razor Leafers or fast move based teams. They don't even throw a move, maybe they don't even get there. Right here they throw a Surf only to prolong the game a little bit longer. I'm gonna no shield, preserve my 2 shields, and we smack them down. Blaziken into Ninetales. Right here I thought I might have queued in the wrong cup. Maybe we're in Open Great League. because I have not seen a single Alolan Ninetales before this encounter. We throw a Blaze Kick, and then we switch out to the Tentacool, and in comes the Whiscash. Whiscash, a meta Pokemon from ancient times, Season 1, Season 2, pre-season as well. Whiscash was very common, but right now it doesn't see any play in Open Great League anymore. It just got replaced by the better, superior version, which is Swampert. So I'm no-shitting right there. They're outpacing me by a lot, and my fast moves are resisted as well. This is not looking too good. And they switch out into the Alolan Ninetales. Luckily I'm able to react quick enough. We switch into Bastion, catch the move. Now able to farm them down right here. They still have the Whiscash in the back, but they bring in the Sandslash. And before they reach the Bulldoze, I'm throwing my double super effective Flamethrower. And to my surprise, my opponent no shields. I am not 100% sure what their mission was, what that no shield was about, but I take it. I take it. Whiscash comes in, we throw a Stone Edge. Opponent knows it's over, they no shield. Game. Now this is a lead if I've ever seen one. Opponent switches out to the Pelipper. Bastodon is gonna wall this thing. Bastodon wins this matchup just by smacking them down. No need to throw any charge moves. They are gonna reach 3 Weather Balls in the process, but especially XL Bastodon, which mine is even best bodied, level 51. I think like rank 3 or 4 or something, maybe 2. So we're easily able to farm them down. We come out with a lot of energy, and if the Sandslash comes in, it's gonna take 2 Flamethrowers. Instead, we see a Swampert right here. And against Swampert, you do want to throw the stab move right here. And if we even get a shield and get it down to like 50% HP, I'm gonna go into my Tentacool right here. My opponent has a lot of energy, but they have to throw a move. Throw the Earthquake, we just no shield, and now Blaziken can shield, or Blaziken can hide behind the shields, and we should be good. Blaze Kick thrown, opponent no shields, opponent shields. I'm deciding, I don't know if I don't know how if I would win CMP, so I just throw another counter, and then we Blaze Kick this Swampert. GG. Next game, Lantern. Lantern is also a Pokemon which you don't want to see. Probably maybe second or third after Gastrodon for like worst Pokemon to encounter. Opponent plays it predictable though and throws the Surf right away. We are able to catch it. So if you can, make sure that you are not always throwing your charge moves on the same or with the same pattern, right? Because that way opponents will potentially read that and then catch more of your charge moves. Well, the Bastodon is resisting double or triple resisting my my poison jabs. They take 2 moves, and we are able to fully counter them down before they reach a move. That is actually pretty good. And now we have a lot of energy on our Blaziken. And even though they resist the Blaze Kick, I kinda have to shield at some point because they are running out of HP. I found the Surf, I'm shielding, and right here I knew how much energy they had. I knew that they were 5 away still, and I'm able to get the maximum amount of energy out of this game, out of this matchup. In comes a Bummer Snow, a Shadow Bummer Snow, which doesn't appreciate the Blaze Kick, gets knocked out, and that's another game in the bag. This Pokemon is also not something you want to see. Poliwrath, I should have maybe just stayed in there. I don't really know. I was panicking right here. I didn't have a plan against Poliwrath. Opponent farmed up quite a lot with the Poliwrath. didn't throw a charge move. Now they have a lot of energy. In my mind, this game was already lost. Mastodon as well. Farming, smacking me down. And I'm not even reaching this. Ah, this is horrible. But for some reason, I don't know, they just didn't throw a move. Felt like they should have gotten to one. I didn't count though. They go for a dynamic punch. It is a shadow. And if they no-shield this, I'm totally fine, even if it doesn't KO. Because I need to get rid of this. I really need to. Here comes another dynamic punch. And we go for a blaze kick to grab the last shield, and we actually don't get it. In comes Equidili, and I kind of thought I would survive this move. I end up fainting. Should have definitely thrown the blaze kick, but Bastion in the back is able to knock out the half-health Equidili anyway. Alright, right here we see the Quagsire, and I think this is actually a pretty decent lead. Because of the way that most opponents' teams will be built if they have Quagsire in the lead. Opponent throws a Stone Edge, farms a little bit more, and then brings in their own Blaziken. They end up shielding, respecting. Understandable. Wavebird would definitely knock them out. Stone Edge probably as well. We are not going to use our second shield right here. Wavebird does a lot. I'm going for the Scald. That is gonna do more than enough. And my opponent throws the move right away. And to my surprise, they throw Earthquake. I'm not sure if they misclicked. But in comes the Zard. We go for the Blaze Kick. We get the last shield, and then Bastodon just smacking down this fire flying type out of the air. Blast Burn kinda tickles. Doesn't even reach another one. And the Quagsire is gonna get hit and KO'd by the Stone Edge and the Smackdowns. GG! That is another win. So yeah, that's 10-0. I actually went 14-1 as I have it in the thumbnail. I think I had a 13-game win streak. So I was definitely positively surprised by this team. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you have made it till here, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on socials above, and yeah, tell me maybe how you like the longer video. Have a good day, good luck in your own builds, and see you soon.